we are. It all begins now. This is the countdown in the official Lady Death Demonicron console game pre-show. Are you ready? Crowd of thousands have assembled. But without further ado, let me bring on the makers of the game, the team that makes it happen, the real powers that be the Art of Play team, including Ash Nichols, Matthew, and Anthony Spay. Guys, how you doing today?
Doing swell, my friend. Doing swell.
Awesome. How are you feeling? It's about 30 minutes or less until you launch Lady Death Demonicron. Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm wearing the dark glasses, mate, because I've slept really well for the last week.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, if you're feeling nervous and unsettled and the whole world is upside down, that is perfectly on track for launching a Kickstarter. I'm just letting you know.
That's a regular day making video games, mate.
That's right. Okay, so folks, this is how it's going to go. We're going to ruminate a little bit as we get closer to the launch, and I'm just going to confirm. Ash, are you the person that's going to be pushing the button when it's time to launch the game?
I have it sitting here right in front of me. It's the button that says cancel everything, go back to bed, isn't it? No, wait, no.
Do we really trust this person who's boozing it up? Can he actually get that finger on the button? We'll see. The drama.
30 in the morning, mate. I'm Australian. I've got it. I've got it covered.
There you go. That's right. And we have a lot of great folks in attendance with us. I could see Haley Anderson, Craig, Mr. Awesome, Tony, Buck, a whole bevy of scenesters, sworn members on the scene. Jimmy Coffin is setting up the actual campaign so we could all watch it together when we launch. Has some people in attendance. But first, what I'd like to do is to ask Anthony Spay, how did this all come together, Anthony?
How it all came together is I was working for both of you guys, and we were looking for awesome projects to make games of, and I was doing some awesome covers with you, and I was like, there's never been a Lady Death video game, and I thought that you and Ash would hit it off well, and I asked you if you would be interested, and you were, and you guys got in touch and took off from there, and it seems to have worked out great.
That's true.
Yeah,
so
Anthony was already working with us on the Phantom. So
yes, that's right.
So Ash, from your perspective, then you came on board. We had our convos, and can you tell folks a little bit who are watching how it all came about? But let me also let the folks know that are watching in your comments, if you want to ask any questions, feel free to do so. So how did it come together?
So we're working on the Phantom. I was working on the Phantom with Anthony. I'd cold emailed Anthony out of the blue and said, hey, I'm making a Phantom video game. I like your style. I love the way you've addressed the Phantom. It's traditional, but there's a new angle to it as well. I think it's going to go down really well with the fans. Do you want to come in and talk video games? And Anthony thought I'd lost my mind. He thought I was pranking him. So he avoided talking to me for a few days. But he eventually came around, and we had a really good chat. And so we spent 12 months together working on the Phantom and getting that project off the ground. And it was also the beginning of our sort of movement back into the comic book sphere after doing a lot of games with, very popular brands, but not necessarily comic book style, still in 2D. But I wanted to really push that 2D angle and build a team that could really handle the 2D art style and really bring these comic book games to life. And so Anthony said, well, I know this guy called Brian. He created Lady Death, and I said, "Oh, Lady Death! I haven't seen Lady Death since I was working in a comic book store in 1995." So I brushed up. I spent 30 years. I got 30 years worth of reading them, and then we reached out to you, Brian, and I gave you a little bit of a pitch deck on how I think it would sit and what we could do. And I'm guessing now that we're here that you liked it. And from there, I flew to Phoenix, and Brian was very kind to take us out to breakfast. And from that point on, it was on like Donkey Kong, over some pancakes.
That's right. From my perspective, just so you guys know, to a pitch deck, it's kind of cool. It's like a visual representation of what the thing could be. And so Art Play, Ash, Anthony sent that over. I thought it was cool. And then Ash and Anthony came all the way out here to Phoenix. I think it was, what was it, late August, early September. And we just started like getting right into it. So I think we spent an entire week breaking down the story. We brought in Mike McLean. Mike regrets he's unable to be here tonight, just a school night for him. But yeah, that's what we did. And we've been working on the game in earnest since about September, fair to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
So folks, I see that we have in attendance, we have Solomon, we have Crow, we have Scott Phelps, and he says he feels like a little kid. Feels like a little kid waiting for the arcade to open with a packet of Hell Quarters. You're absolutely right. And then Nathan Simons is saying, waited 30 years for this. So have we all. It's fantastic. We are counting it down. We're about 23 minutes out from launch. I would be irresponsible if I didn't encourage each and every one of you to load up Kickstarter and be ready. If you haven't pre-signed up, if you do not have an account, make your Kickstarter account now, because there's a good chance that some of the editions that are limited or cool opportunities and experiential rewards, they can go pretty fast. So even as you're watching us, please sign up to Kickstarter and have that Kickstarter page ready to go. So Ash, we started working together on this and we kind of got the story down pretty quickly. Is there anything in gloved terms that you could talk about the story?
Well, now this is tricky.
It's tricky.
We can't give too much away, I don't think.
That's
There
true.
is a great ending. I think we should start at the ending and work our way backwards. So with this kind of game, and especially trying to replicate that 90s feel, it wasn't too much of a stretch to bring that 90s arcade chaos to Lady Death. In fact, I think there is an abundance of material that just lends itself perfectly. So the game will start off with Lady Death and Ravenheart, and they're put through a series of tests. Now, how and why and where they go through those series of tests is, we're going to keep that under wraps for just a little while. We can say that there'll be some interdimensional travel, or supposedly Lady Death has to unravel some mysteries that are going on, because some things seem legit at the beginning, but then they unravel to be kind of a little bit suspect. So she's playing detective at the same time that she's slaying and being total badass. So would you aptly describe that as enough, Brian? Do you think?
I think that's a nice teaser. I'd also like to say to Shuggy Bear, thank you so much for being up at 1:40 in Scotland. And to Joe,
The Scots,
so
love
much.
it.
And then Joe, is there any chance of other characters? Please, if we do get to certain stretch goal unlocks, there is a distinct possibility. I don't know. It's up to R to play. And then let's see here. So Ellie said you'd like to see that pitch deck. That's kind of cool. That'd be kind of a fun. Think about that, Ash. That's kind of a fun free bonus item. Like the pitch deck was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Digital reward or digital free bonus item or stretch goal in this case. Let's see, who else do we have there? Yeah, Ellie and Doomsday Signals. I'm glad the Phantom and Lady Death are a match made in hell. So I'd like to, Matthew, why don't you introduce yourself, your role at Art of Play, and how you're going to be working with the team on this project?
So I actually started working for Art of Play as like a pixel artist, a little animator. I do a bunch of little animations for some of the games, and just slowly went from pixel art to traditional 2D animation. So the Phantom's kind of where I first got like a taste of like 2D animation for like a game that was pretty much the majority of my work. And so now we're moving on to Lady Death, and it's super cool to just do. I love doing like cool cape effects, cool hair effects, cool like weapon effects. So just kind of slowly working my way up to doing some really cool stuff. So
I need to point out now that Matthew has completed the Phantom animations, he's hand drawn close to 1,000 frames.
Wow.
Just for the Phantom characters. So I feel like he's pretty seasoned now to walk into Lady Death, and we'll be sharing some of the Lady Death animations that we've already completed during the course of the campaign. But as Matthew says, he loves drawing hair and cape, and hair and cape is like 90% of Lady Death in this game. There's a lot of hair, there's a lot of cape.
Want to say hello to Charles, who's giving a shout out from Dallas, Texas, and holler at your boy. And then Craig, I want to say, it says, will Lady Death have a voice, or will it only be text? She will have a voice. We will cast voice actors for the major roles, for the good guys and the bad guys, and more about that as the campaign unfolds and beyond. And then James Van Drummel, hello, fellow Sworn, how you doing? Say hello to Nick G. There he is, man. Going back in time, Mr. Awesome. Let's see. It says, I remember seeing the Phantom game at New York Comic Con. And he wants to know any other updates on that. And we'll get into that. But I do want to say, I want to point out that Kat is saying that she cannot wait to play with Mr. Cat. So you two are just going to like rock it out. That's wonderful. Family that plays games together stays together. Let's see here. Second Street Marvel saying Sworn. And we say back to you, Sworn. That's right. Then Haley Anderson says, maybe we can play together across a server. I think anything's possible if the game gods shine upon us. Before we came out here live, we actually did a prayer to the game gods, and everybody joined me. And that is a tradition over here at Coffin Comics. We do pray to the comic book gods, same sort of thing. So let's see here. Now we've been, for everyone out there watching, please consider, let's see, James saying, doing great. Can't wait to play this game. James, I think you're going to enjoy yourself. Now, of course, there's a longer lead time for a game than there is for a comic. So we've been upfront. That's going to take up to 2 years to complete this game. However, Art of Play has committed to being in touch constantly about the game, or at the very least on a weekly basis. We are here. It is about 17 minutes until we go live. I'd like to also bring to your attention that Coffin Comics has been working in concert with Art of Play on the storytelling and also advising somewhat on the Kickstarter campaign. Maybe, Ash, you could take us through a couple of the fun rewards that you think people might be delighted about.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Yes. So as Ash is prepping to do that, I do want to point out over here that we're ready to launch, see the game when it comes live. Right now we have 1,114 followers for the pre-launch, which is robust. That's awesome and exciting. So yeah, Ash, if there's anything else that you'd like to, any rewards you want to point out, please feel free to do so.
Yeah, cool. So a couple of really cool ones. We've got number 11, which is Impale Exhale, and that is we take your head, send us a photo, we illustrate it, we color it, we slam it on a pike, and we shove it into the game. And that's a really cool feature to have. So we've got, that's limited to 50. There's 15 levels in the game. So you work out how many pikes there is going to be per level based in the game. Another good one is the Pixel Purgatory package, which is sort of like a level above that, where you go from just having your face in the game to having your full body. So they're slightly animated in the background too. So we're going to have like people disemboweled, hanging from chains. We're going to have people with their torso pulled off and they're crawling along the ground. All sorts of cool stuff in there. So you get your face and body, but also a little bit of animation as well. So that's a really cool in-game. We also have a really cool Hellcade arcade machine, which I cannot wait to start producing for you guys. We originally started off with 2 in the campaign, then we got a bunch of emails saying, hey. So we've bumped it up to 5. Can't really go much higher than 5 because I don't want the studio to turn into an arcade manufacturing hub. But that is a really cool additional item, and it's a countercade, which means it'll sit on your counter. It's not going to, if you live in a small space where you don't have a huge amount of room, or your collection is just so chock-a-block that you can't fit too much more in. It's a nice size, and 2-player, of course. So yeah, they're my top 3, I would say.
Well, that's some really great ones, and big up to Mike Madigan. I see he is also listening in on the stream. Big up. There he is. What's up, Coffin Crew? We are here, and it's true. I would also like to point out to you that Nick G, who won't have to push the button tonight.
I don't have to push the button. I don't have to push a button.
You're getting lazy, man.
I know.
But I will point out that he's wearing his D&D shirt. How are you feeling about the game coming out?
I'm feeling great.
All right, on. Okay, well, there you have it. Any other way you'd illuminate that, or you're just feeling great?
Going great. I have a good feeling about it. I'm really excited to see how it comes out.
Hell yeah. Roll right on. We also have a couple of friends of Coffin Comics with us tonight. We have Matthew Stapleton and the one and only Martin. And what's up, boys? They won an international contest to come on out. This was a closed event, but we ran a contest internationally. Not true at all. And then they won, and they're here. They're trying to coin up though.
We never left.
That's the truth. They came here on Saturday and they've been hiding in the rafters ever since. Let's see here. Who else do we have out there? We have Z up there. We have let's see here. She's probably a recurring boss. Tyrone says maybe. You never know. Ellie, all we have to do is demolish the goal. Please demolish this goal. We would really appreciate it. You know, the goal that Art of Play set is about $150,000 US, but we are here to let you know that it will take 10 times that amount actually to complete this game. So this Kickstarter will really start off the process of the fundraising, and any support that we could count on from you would be great. And for each and every one of you who are watching right now, I now anoint you as official ambassadors of the Lady Death Demonicron game, and I would request that you share the game out to friends and anyone who might be interested. If you could just share it to 5 of your closest friends within the next 24 hours, I would greatly appreciate it. Ash, is there anything you would add to that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, this is the start of the journey. Even though Mike, Brian, myself, Nick, Anthony, we've all been doing a whole bunch of work right up until this point, just to get the content ready to show where we want to take this game. It is really now up to you guys to get us across the line, get us that funding so we can take it into the full alpha mode, start getting you guys some footage of how the game is going to look, keep you updated as we go through the process. So yeah, spread the word, tell your friends. Let's get this happening.
Heck yeah. So Christopher, we want to thank you so much for telling your friends about this. And then Crow is saying, stop trying to hide Brandy. And then Doomsday Signals, watch out. Soon Brandy will make it all about herself. So hang on a second. Doomsday Signals asking a reasonable question. Will the game be physical in an actual cartridge? And will there be a tier add-on to add the Phantom? Okay, so Ash, that one's for you.
Oh, that's an interesting one. We hadn't really even thought about that, which is strange. But yes, the game is going to be on a physical cartridge. You'll have the choice of the Nintendo Switch cartridge or the PlayStation 5, which is obviously the disc. Then there's a bunch of digital rewards. So if you just want a digital copy of the game, that's cool. We've got that too. And then we've also got what's called a Shelf Queen, which is basically if you want a digital copy of the game because you like to roll digitally, but you want something cool to put on your shelf, then you can have a copy of the game, which will just have a download code inside. So we've kind of covered all bases there. But yes, definitely on cartridge, definitely on CD. And as for the Phantom, I think that's a great idea. And I think as we get close to fulfillment on this project, we can certainly offer that out to you guys when it comes to that final step. I think that's a really good idea.
We have about 10 minutes to go before Ash presses the button and launches, but there are a couple of great questions. So the first one is, Craig F. is asking, since the game takes about 2 years to make, will the Kickstarter be longer than the normal 30 days?
We've set it to 30 days. I know Kickstarter's changing some rules and adding in some new features, but that's not taking effect for another couple of months, which is a bit of a shame. We're a bit early. However, we will be having probably be setting up an Indiegogo fund for continual support and or a Patreon, but it definitely is limited to this 30 days. We want to raise as much as we can this 30 days and really throw it into development so we can stay on track and within 6 months start having gameplay footage and all that sort of stuff ready.
And I do want to emphasize to each and everybody watching that all the items that are offered on this campaign are exclusive to Kickstarter. So when you see all the various exclusive limited edition editions like the Art Germ, Tyler Kirkham, etc., this is the only place you're going to get them. So there's that. Now let's see here. Doomsday Signals is saying, I'm also in Scotland, the true home of all things dead and dying. No kidding. Do some death research over there.
Doomsday needs to make a trip to Australia.
There you go. Robert Zabowski asks, will the game have Coffin Easter eggs? The whole topic of Easter eggs is fascinating.
Yes, plenty of them. In fact,
Okay, there's your answer to that one. That didn't give me enough time to go off camera and grab a potato chip and come back. So
I can go into them if you like.
you're like, stretch, Ash. So here, Scott Phelps, will the PS5 digital version be a code to download from PlayStation's server? Good question.
That's something we'll have a more definitive idea once they approve the game. But yes, that's what we're aiming for. It won't be part of the PlayStation Live. It'll be a proper download.
Chewing said potato chip. Okay, so Jay Taylor, how you doing? And Haley Anderson. It's a public holiday here in Australia. Ash is wearing sunnies because he got on the booze last night.
I'm wearing sunnies because my son brought home a deathly disease, and I've been visiting the porcelain too much.
Oh. Praying to the porcelain.
I mean, yes.
god.
No, I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
Play it off.
Yeah. Make it sound a little cooler, Ash.
Sorry, so there's Mike McLean. Sorry I could be there, but I'm so excited about that. Thank you, Mike, for your contribution to the game. And let's see here. Yes, and then Jeff M. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Horns up, back at you. So we are excited about the game. Let's see here. So we've been working on September, October, November. Wow, December. That's 4 months plus this. 8 months already. Amazing. Getting ready for this campaign, which is launching in 7 minutes or less, which is ridiculous. Yeah, amazing
Nick,
stuff.
can I ask Nick a question on the live stream?
Yes.
Hey, Nick, there's a button that says I'm ready to launch. That's the only one I need to press, yeah? There's no like...
Yeah, and then yes, and then there's going to be a checkbox where you have to confirm that you're launching too.
Great, because I was expecting like a little picture of a rocket or something, but...
Yeah. And then once you hit the button, there's like a 5 or so second delay before it actually appears.
Right, so I've just enough time for my heart to stop.
Exactly. Now, remember, Coffin Comics has done about 40 of these campaigns. We had 2 instances that were utterly unpredictable. One, we pressed the button for a campaign, and the campaign didn't start. And it took 16 minutes for us to figure it out. We had a mutual friend bail us out, who was always there, and always Jeff Fang, who's always been like our secret weapon, so to speak. He was able to get into the back end of Kickstarter in a way none of us could figure out, identify the problem, which was we inputted a date wrong, and fix it. And at the 16-minute mark of waiting, which was very hairy, I think I got all my grace from that one, we then launched. And then secondarily, it was just like maybe a year or two ago, we pressed the button, and I think the Kickstarter was getting so hammered that we weren't getting accurate data for about 8 minutes. It just stayed there. Do you guys remember that? It was super duper weird. Okay, so Asylum's asking, will this be on PS4?
No, it won't be. I'm sorry.
There you have it.
The PS4 fans, I totally get it. PS4 is a great console, but because this game is like a 2-year wait, by then PS4 won't be worth the cost to actually manufacture, the sales wise. So it's PS5. One thing I think a pretty good opportunity to bring up would be there's obviously going to be a Switch 2 coming out during the development of this game. So we're going to keep everyone informed on how we're going to handle that. But at this stage, it looks like the Switch 2 is going to be backwards compatible with the regular Switch. So because this is not a really high demand game in terms of, it's high resources and things like that, it's going to work on both the Switch and Switch 2. So we will look at doing ports and things to the Switch 2 later on. But at this stage, it's PS5 and Switch.
So Chris G is asking, is it possible to get multiple copies? Now, I could answer that. The answer is yes. We actually have a buddy tier, but additionally, you're going to see that we have a bunch of artist edition, limited edition games with artwork from everyone from Mike Crome, Don McTagg, Tyler Kirkham, Art Germ, Frank Cho, Randy Green, and others. And
Mike Crome.
In my Chrome and more. So yes, the answer is absolutely yes. And some of them are available individually and some are available as a tier. Hi, Travis Shortbull. How are you? Travis. What up, yo? Let's see here. We are at 4 minutes in counting to launch, if we're accurate over here, just making sure that Ash is ready. If that index finger is ready to go. There he is. Still got it. There you go.
I'm flexing it.
I do like on Kickstarter, they make it super simple where really the last thing to do is just press that button. It all comes down. All that work comes down to that. And so Ellie is saying, let's get it going. It's like we are just about to get it going in 3 minutes or less. So folks, before the launch, Joe Auditor, hi there. Are there any other questions, comments, concerns? I might implore the folks that are watching, if you have not, please get ready to back this campaign. Get on Kickstarter, click the pre-launch button, sign up. Search term will be Lady Death Demonicron. There are so many limited edition tiers that might be of interest to you, many including your own participation and being immortalized in the game itself. You don't want to miss it, and the sooner the better. Anything you would add to that, Ash?
I think that's great, man. I think this is a real opportunity to not only have something on the shelf, not only have a great game to play, but be a part of the experience in making it. So that's where we want to be.
That's right. So thank you so much, Marcus. And Emax says, I love you, Brian. It's like, I love you too. I love going around the world. Dean says, will the collectible coin and other physical extras be available as add-ons?
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Sorry, Brian. Yes, they are.
All right, so we're getting ready almost. Okay, we're going to be looking at the live screen because we're coming down to the last couple of minutes. And now, Ash, we're going to let you take over the timing. One tradition that we like to do is let us know when it's the last minute, the last 30 seconds, and maybe on the last 15 seconds, all of us around the world will count down to launch. Does that sound like a plan?
It sounds like a plan.
All right, it's time for a cookie. I'm going to reward myself with a cookie. So what kind of timing we looking at here? Less than a minute?
Yeah, less than it's 10:58 still on according to my Apple device. So
Okay.
no, wait, just gone 10:59. We've got 1 minute left.
1 minute to launch, everybody. Here we go.
All right. I'm not nervous at all.
Travis is asking for a T-shirt in the near future. Is that a game-related T-shirt?
We could definitely
Or
do
a
game-related
t-shirt?
t-shirts for sure.
That'd be cool.
All right, everybody, let's listen to Ash because he's going to start counting us down.
All right, 30 seconds.
30 to go, everybody. Together, get ready to back this campaign, everybody. Get ready. Be there. Lock and load, everybody. All right, so we have our winners of the international contest are locked and loaded. All right, here we go. What is that?
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Okay, here we go.
Okay, I've hit the button and I've checked the box and I'm launching the project. Here we go.
Live, if we're going to be live over here. Oh, Snap says Mike Madigan.
Congratulations, your project is live.
We are live. We're going to get it on our. Okay, we're live. Here we are. We're at 0. That's okay. We're at 0.
Great start.
Lucky for me, the window opens just wide enough.
All right, so we're at 0, but maybe our thing is not current. There we go. Okay, here we go. Come on, Jimmy. Man.
Holy moly. Okay, we're off to a good start.
All right, we're off to a start. We got 2 backers. We got 7 backers. We got 9 backers. We're at 4,500. Let's get to that goal. Who out there who's watching, please put us over the top in a real short period of time. Let's hit that goal tonight.
Loving it.
Yeah.
We have 17 backers at 10,000, 13,000. Doomsday Signals, thanks for answering the questions. Thank you.
I'm just going to pop off screen for a moment to replenish my drink.
We're at 15, 16. We have 45 backers.
Tim is backer 13.
Is that right? 21. All right, congratulations.
29.
Nice. Thank you for backing the game. We're at about 18,000 here, about a minute into the campaign. That bodes well. Thank you so much, backers. Everyone who's watching,
Thank
please
you.
back the campaign. 61 backers, 29 days to go.
Amazing.
Absolutely incredible.
This is amazing.
Let's go, everybody. Now's the time. The time is now. So, Ash, you are launched. It's all led up to this. How are you feeling, man?
Mate, just seeing these numbers, I'm struggling for words. It's 11 a.m. I've had a drink. I think I might be entering into overwhelming mode, which will probably end up in a lunchtime nap. But I will say this: just seeing these numbers go up now, it's so overwhelming. When I rocked up at Swan Fest, everyone was super friendly, everyone was engaged, everyone was lovely, and now to see this, it's like there's no question in my mind. It's like the best fan base ever.
That's the truth. You're only saying it because it's true.
Yeah.
See here. Can't wait to see this in motion. Tyrone says Scott Phelps managed to be backer number 3. And then let's see here. Ellie was so excited to get the full bundle. That's great. There's only 20 of those, I think, right? And
Yeah.
so Mike Madigan back for the Nemesis Dawn in the Dawn McTague, because Dawn McTague, I think there's some people here that would agree.
Absolutely.
That's right. All right, folks. I think, and imagine too, people are just getting used to what is being offered in the game and taking some time to back it.
And we're going to be on board to answer as many questions as possible on social, through the Kickstarter. Fire them away. We'll answer them.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, everyone who's watching us live. Also, if you have questions, please first back the campaign and let us know. We're still going. This is going great. We're at about 30,000. Incredible. Thank you. Asking everybody to pledge now. There is now a link in the comments section. What will be the price for the Switch one? More information on that coming up. Scott No said backer number 40, Immortal Dawn. That's right. Ellie doesn't know what backer number she is, but your unique backer number, you could find it. You go back to your account and it'll tell you. And then let's see here. Are dollaroos real is the question, Ash.
Dollaroos are real. Unfortunately, you need a lot of them to get one single US mighty dollar. So there was a time not too long ago where the Australian dollar matched the US dollar. They were called the golden times, because we could just buy up everything in the United States, and then it fell away.
Well, Mikey S is backer number 117. Thank you so much. We're at 31,128 backers for the game. And Nathan Simons had to get the Dawn version. Thank you for offering the coin and cheat sheet add-ons.
Oh, the cheat sheet's going to be great.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Adam is
Anyone
backer
from
number
the 90s can remember sitting in front of their dad's TV with the cheat sheets out for games. There were kids in our school that would sell cheat sheets, sell them out of their pockets.
So happy to announce that we're over 32,000 with less than 5 minutes into the campaign. Jay Taylor is backer number 85. Grab the coin too. Thank you so much.
The coins
Some
are
really
gonna be
crazy
awesome.
upper tiers for people who want to really indulge themselves or be immortalized in a game. Definitely encourage you to do that. KP Heathen is backer number 73. And then Kona Land 36 is number 126. Thank you so much. Just passing the 34,000 mark at about 150 backers or thereabouts. Let's see here. James Van Drummel is backer number 71. Thank you so much, James. Appreciate you. Dean, backer number 4. Holy mackerel.
Whoa.
Your 2-year wait has just begun. But we'll definitely never disappear on you. We'll keep you updated at the very worst on a weekly basis, even if there's nothing to report. But there's always going to be something to report, because let's say it's going to take 104 weeks to pull this off. And then Adam, faux box with coin. Nick Weldon. Wow. All right, cool, man. Can tombstones be made as an add-on? Yes.
Yes.
So there's one of two ways you're doing it. It's either literally as an add-on or as an overpledge. Art of Play can advise you on the overpledge for the tombstone. you guys, Nick, did you ever do the overpledge back in the day, the way we used to do it? It'll be the same way we did it. If not, Art of Play, send them a message now on
any tier combinations you want, any combos, just send us an email, studio@artofplaygames.com, and we will accommodate. You can either overpledge and just tell us you've overpledged in the tier that you want, and we'll lock it into our registry. Or you can email us beforehand and tell us what you want, and we can advise you on how to back it.
So Tony Buck is commenting that he was not able to add a physical copy of the game as an add-on. And
So Tony, just overpledge, and we'll get it sorted for you, mate.
And then the campaign is brand new. And Art of Play is new to campaign construction. So we're going to also listen to all your commentary and feedback and make adjustments. Because I see Haley Anderson said, is it possible to get the coin as an add-on? So stick with us and we will be able to address it. So
Coin
I guess
should be an add-on already. It depends on what tier they've previously wanting to back. Let me just double check that the coin is added to everything.
And Mr. M, thank you so much. You had to wake up for this, so thank you for waking up for this. Yeah, thank you for waking up.
I think the add-on's called extra box copy of the game to buy additional.
Yes, Tony. Nick, come here for a minute. Tell that to Tony. Tony Buck, here's your answer from Nick G.
So there's an add-on in there called camera's there. There's a the add-on. So there's an add-on in there that's called extra box copy of the game for $65 US, and that'll add on a physical copy of the game to any pledge.
Awesome, Nick. Thank you.
Here we are, about 9 minutes into the campaign, off to the races, and we're doing good at approaching 40,000 with 189 backers, which is incredible.
Loving it.
Yeah. Let's see. Microchrome isn't available as an add-on. That art germ, just missed the art germ. Nick, can you double check and see if the Chrome is available as an add-on? We'll see. And then Tony Buck said he's not sweating it. Just wanted to know. Cool, man. All right. And the art germ print is so amazing. It's true. Yeah, the art germ work is truly remarkable. We just passed the $40,000 mark in less than 9 minutes, which is amazing. And Adam's saying we need a Lay Death movie. That's true. We'll need a little more money to pull that off. And then Emac said, dang, I missed the hardcore tier. Does that mean the hardcore tier is already sold through? Are you going to publish a printed card cover of the strategy guide?
I will look at doing that post-release, but it'll be digital for the time being. It depends on how large it is, but yes, we would like to do a printed art book and a printed strategy guide. But at this stage, we're keeping everything digital.
All right, Nick's saying something.
So Ash, I was looking in there. I didn't see Microchrome available as an add-on. I saw the other ones, just not Microchrome.
Okay, I will make a note of that now. We'll get that into the system right now.
And let's see here. B. Ewing went for the OA. I think the OA is rad. That's cool. It's just going to be a piece of history. No doubt about it. The coin is available as an add-on at the 17.25 Australian, 17 US. Hardcore tier is still available.
We just got confirmation from our team. Billy is in the wings, adding in Microchrome now.
Microchrome is being added on as an add-on. Final soundtrack tier also. Nick Welding is asking, is shipping
That would be awesome.
Hellcade machine? And if not, any idea what it might cost?
At this stage, we're just going to charge a flat fee for the Hellcade shipping, and then we will cover the additional cost. So it will be approximately $99 for the shipping, and then we will cover any additional cost depending on where you're located.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah, so we don't want to charge a fortune for the Hellcade. It will be quite a big box, but yeah, we'll handle the majority of it.
Stephen Rose is in. Thank you so much, Steve. So, okay, so EMAC is saying when I'm trying to select the hardcore, it says it's unavailable. So that might be an inventory issue. That might double check.
Let's have a quick look. Which hardcore was it? The hardcore limited edition one or just the standard hardcore?
Can you EMAC which hardcore edition? We're looking at it.
We're switching cameras. Right
Okay,
now.
we're gonna do a camera switch due to battery. So PULIDO is coming over here. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? All right. Okay, I'm reading some stuff off here. Didn't let me choose my system for the hard copy.
Systems will be chosen once we release the game at the end of the.
Yeah, so the system you'll do during the survey period, which is going to be pretty close to 22 months from now. So surveys conventionally are put out within a month of the campaign ending. Art of Play will wait later just to reflect all the latest information. And Second Street Marvel, backer number 65, thank you so much. Is the console format for physicals a part of the post-campaign survey?
Yes.
Yes, it is. That's the answer. Let's see here. The only add-ons I see is the digital cheat sheet, strategy guide, soundtrack, art. Should I be able to see the coin? Yes, you should be able to see the coin. It is available.
Kickstarter has put a limitation on if you're only pledging on a digital item and you want a physical item added to that. Kickstarter is saying no.
Right.
So we're trying to figure out if we can do that on the back end and see if we can alter that somewhat. So if you're backing anything that's physical and you also want an add-on, something that is physical, that is fine. However, Kickstarter's not liking backing digital and then trying to add something physical.
Okay, so Haley got that. Thank you so much. So Charles Mulville is asking, this will only be sold from y'all, not at stores. So everything that's offered currently on the Kickstarter will be exclusive to the campaign. Once the game is completed in 2 years' time, there will be other editions available in other areas. Full disclosure. Let's see here. Okay, Doomsday Signals. Grab me a Super Nintendo Retro Box, a dream come true.
I like it.
So EMAC is saying it's the limited. So going back to the hardcore, the limited edition bundle, limited to 20, that's already sold out. So if can you just double check that it is authentically sold through?
The limited edition hardcore, which limited edition hardcore? The retro?
It's the limited edition bundle, limited to 20. That's probably the one with all the different cover editions.
Got it.
I can see that. So we're at about 46,250 backers. This is very promising. We're a third of the way to making our goal, and we're about 14 minutes into the campaign. So I definitely encourage everybody to keep going. And then Brahm is saying, how'd you guys get in so fast? I don't know. Practice, that's right. Shadow of Sparta. I don't know why I can't use my card on this because it declined it. I don't know. So you'll have to go to Kickstarter, keep entering your card. Your card will not be charged until the end of the campaign, which is about a month from now. Raymond says I think I got in. Darth Dave is backer number 222. And then Anthony A, backer 106. Swear it only took me a minute. Yep. And then Samantha Joe DiMartino, the financial manager of Coffin Comics, said she is backer number 104 and she can't wait to play. That's awesome. Well, here we are at 46,000. Can you guys in the next 5 minutes put us over 50? We are at 253 backers, which is tremendous. And let's see. Oh, okay, cool.
At least on my phone, it's showing that hardcore bundle has 2
And then
left.
switch cameras. Right?
So
Just a quick question to the Coffin Comics guys. Can we increase the bundle because we feel like we're getting pinged messages left, right, and center about the bundle being available. Is that something we can add extra to or not?
You could Ash, you could add to the bundle. You cannot. You can only not subtract from it.
Got
That's
it.
the. So yeah,
Okay.
and if you guys, Billy, if he's back there, I would do that. You know,
Yeah. So fans out there, we're going to add more to the bundle. We were completely overwhelmed with the response to the bundle. We weren't quite sure how that was going to go. It is a lot of work in terms of the fulfillment, but we're happy to add more in there. So,
all right, Brandon D is back at number 67. Thank you. I don't see an option to add physical option of games. And then Joe Auditor is asking how much is the coin? It's $17 US. I like that. Bobby Hit says my total purchase converted to was $66 because I couldn't afford to spend $666. Michael Huffman got in. All right, Michael Huffman, thank you so much, man. Thank you for your enthusiasm on the game this whole time. Really appreciate it. Please tell some people. Let's see here. Ashton says, Hales, busy day down under, but I'll be backing. Awesome. Tremendous.
Amazing.
We're getting there. We're getting close to 50, everybody. Let's see here. Night Watch. Can we get an add-on for the tombstone and the physical copy of the game? I really wanted both.
Okay,
Well,
so
you could do
what we suggest is to back the tombstone and then do an overpledge, and we will stock you up with the hardcore copy of the game.
And then Robert Zabowski is saying, are coins no longer available? The coins should effectively be near unlimited.
The coins are unlimited.
Now, we're happy to answer all your questions, and we will continue to. But once our live goes completes, please address all your questions through the Kickstarter Messenger, and Art of Play will be monitoring it. Please don't use the comments section for your questions, although Art of Play will be monitoring that as well. The most effective way to answer your customer service questions is going to be through the Kickstarter Messenger. So use that. Don't use the comments.
Yeah, use Kickstarter Messenger, please, or we can accept tier bundling requests and things like that at studio@artofplaygames.com.
Now, we are getting so close to 50,000 that when we do, I think we might get a little shot in. What do you guys and gals think of that? Okay, we got a lot of consensus on that.
Yep,
So let's see. Hey, Brian, when you sign my box, can you please also draw a corn dog on it? Oh, okay. I see how that is. All right, we hit it. $50,000. All right. Tegan, I'm going to prep some shots. Who's in on shots?
Now, Matthew, I need you to take a shot too, please.
Oh gosh.
Bigger pressure.
I'll go get my glass.
Should I pick the poison? Or do you guys have name?
No. Bartender's choice.
Let's do a little shot of this Hennessy because I thought this was looking good. It'll be like a little weeknight shot.
I just want to let backers know that Billy on our end has just added 20 more bundle collections for the hardcore copies. So if that's something that you want to back, jump on it.
All right, everybody. So while we're here, we have passed the 50,000 range already. Being our live, come on in, everybody. Don't be shy. Ash, you want to give a toast to the backers who put you over 50K within 20 minutes of the campaign beginning.
Crazy.
To everyone out there, really appreciate it. You guys are legends. Keep it coming with the questions. Whatever you need, we're here to help out. Thank you so much. Let's drink.
Hear, hear. Sworn.
Sworn.
Hennessy. All right. Little classy, little woodsy. I like it. Hennessy. I like this little bottle. Fits in the back pocket. You got to go.
We haven't heard from Anthony yet.
All right. Anthony, anything you want to say? How do you feel? We just did a shot of Hennessy. You want some, Nick? You don't.
Yeah, I'm drinking scotch myself here. But no, it's I'm super excited about it. I think it's going great, and I'm really excited to put out an awesome game for you guys and to play it myself.
Coffin Comics urges to live life to the very fullest, including drinking Hennessy.
Hennessy's cool.
All right, everybody. Here's the recap. It's 21 minutes into the campaign. You guys and gals out there put Art of Play over 52,290 backers. But it's going to take a little more effort from the global gaming community to get in on this and send Art of Play to its goal of 150,000. So each and every one of you are ambassadors of this game. Thank you so much for backing it. And please tell everyone you know. Everyone you know to back this. Conclusion, I want to say thanks to our partnership with Ash and the team. Coffin Comics is going to sign off. However, please address all your future questions on the game itself through Kickstarter Messenger. And Art of Play is committed to doing all kinds of system improvements so that you are satisfied. Anything else you guys like to say in conclusion?
I'm just going to say thank you. Thanks to Brian. Thanks to the Coffin team. You guys have been really supportive. I mean, that's an understatement. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm everything. Thanks to all the backers so far. Anything you need, reach out to us. We're going to be here to support you guys and keep you updated as we go. So thanks heaps.
Folks, you will be able to choose your platform during the survey period, which will be in about 22 months after the game concludes. So don't worry about it. You'll be able to pick it at that time. On behalf of Nick G, who's helped tremendously, Mike McLean.
Yeah, Nick G.
Nick G, if you want to come over here, you're welcome to. Then we got our video team, the one and only Jimmy Coffin, and behind the wheels of steel, Tegan himself.
Jimmy.
And there's the one and only Nick G helping out. And the team, we got the guys coming in. Don't forget to back the campaign for the Lady Dead video game. All right, all you psychopaths, we'll be in touch. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into this live preview. And thank you for putting us over $50,000 within 20 minutes. We'll be talking to you sooner than you know. Have a great night or day wherever the heck you are, everybody. Talk soon. Bye.